Okay. This has to do with a conversation. I just posted it on my thing back on September 18th, 2024. And there's a conversation here between me and people that comment on there, a friend of mine. So I'm just going to I'm not going to read everything. I'm just going to get to the point, which is down here at the bottom. So this is the Dalai Lama. As we all know, he was kissing a boy or whatever, trying to French kiss him. I don't know how long ago that was, a few years ago or whenever. Okay, and this is what I say. I say people, here I'm just going to go like this. I say people don't want the truth because the truth hurts. I used to think that there had to be perfect, sinless people in the world, but I was horribly wrong. I told my mom that Buddhists were perfect. She said, nope. I was prejudiced in assuming that I know strangers. Jesus said there's no one good but God, which is a fact. Here's the Dalai Lama French kissing a boy. Okay. We're going to go down here. Okay. Here's something that she said, my friend. Truth and beliefs are all too often simply wrong. That I would say is more so why people don't want them, not in any way due to fear. So people don't want truth. That people don't want truth and beliefs because they're wrong. So she's saying that truth and fact are completely different. That's fine, whatever. So here we go. She set herself up here. She didn't realize it, but I just wrote her back here today. And this is what I said. I said all this right here. Boom. I'll just read it. Okay, you said these words above in your last comment. Christina says, truth and beliefs are all too often simply wrong. Yet you, Christina, believe that hell is not real, and you also believe that God would not judge. Those are her beliefs, right? So, since these are your personal beliefs, you have to rely on what you just said. Truth and beliefs are all often too simply wrong, right? All too often simply wrong, and admit that you yourself could be wrong in your beliefs. She could be wrong about God not judging. She could be wrong that there is a hell. She thinks that there isn't a hell. She thinks that Earth is. This is our hell on Earth. She thinks hell is on Earth. Okay, so what if your beliefs? Here, I'm going to go here. I'm going to read the rest. Okay. Shit. I'm sorry. When I do that, I do say that. I do come shit. Okay, so what if your beliefs are wrong? What then? If it turns out to be a fact that God does judge, and what if it turns out to be a fact that hell is a fact? This has nothing to do with belief. It has everything to do with what happens when we die, which we will find out the facts when we're dead. This is why I don't gamble with the afterlife. I'm not going to throw caution to the wind. I do research on case studies of near-death experiences where they are all saying the same thing about hell. Can you agree that your belief that God does not judge and that hell is not real could be wrong? Because she said truth and beliefs could be wrong. Right? She says that truth and facts are two different things. Okay, because my truth might be, well, I'm a cat, even though I'm a human, but that's what I believe. That's my truth. I feel true in that body. It makes me feel true. Yeah, you're going true south to hell. Instead of true north to God, there is a such thing as true north where you're straight and it's unwavering. It's not crooked like the human. God is straight. We are crooked. I mean, there is fact and truth can be the same thing, but I understand what you're saying. So I just had to say that because sometimes people trap themselves without realizing it. So you have to, that's why I like to write things out and have these type of communications with people so I can record it. You know, some people, they just like to walk away with a big, cussing at each other. But no, I do this out of love and I do it out of care. And I like to be civil and have civil discourse. If it finally gets through her head of what I'm saying here, because we've been going on for this for about a couple months with these discussions. And if it finally gets through her brain of what I'm saying, then good. If it doesn't, then she's not in the book of life at all. And that's just the way it is, you know. We're childhood friends. If that's the way it is, and she says she wants nothing to do with evil. She wants no part of evil. Well, she's going to get a part of evil because she's going to be there for eternity if she continues in her ways. So I'm definitely praying for her. And I had a dream about her and my dad. They were plowing at the Sunshine Pizza where I used to work in St. Helens, Oregon. And my boss was standing at the door, Todd, and he was crying. Todd Stansberry, he was crying. And in the parking lot, it's not a very big parking lot, it's not a big restaurant. My dad and her, Christina, who I'm talking to on this Facebook, they were plowing their own little fields in the parking lot. It was like they were small, miniature size, and I was up in a tree looking down at them or something, and it was not good. I did not have a good feeling about it. It was not good. And I've been having discussions with my dad as well, and Christina, and through all of this, in the past few months and in the past year with my dad, what has been happening is I've been learning a lot between the two. So it's like with Christina, then I'm like, I get ideas of what to say to her, and like, I need to tell my dad this too. So I'm learning through all of this of how to speak to people on this stuff. Whether they are in the book of life or not doesn't matter, because it's helping me to grow and learn, which I absolutely need to do for God, so that if there are any people out there who are going to listen to me, I'm going to be better at explaining things to them to help them to better understand, for those who are in the book of life, who are not yet born again yet, but who may become born again. Maybe that'll happen. But other than that, this is just it's great learning for me, and I love doing it. So if my dad and Christina continue to look back at the plow, which, like Jesus says, quit looking back at the plow, you either follow me or just go back to your life, you're without me. My dad thinks Jesus Christ reincarnated a million times, but more than anybody else. But I'm trying to get him on track with it, and hopefully he'll start to come around, and hopefully Christina will too. I'm totally being logical here, So anyways, my goodness. I mean, I'll just go like that. If you want to read the whole thing, I'll kind of just go like this, and then you can pause the thing and you can read it. I'm going to go down here, and then you can pause and read all of it if you want to. I'm just going to keep doing that. Okay. Okay. And my brother's wife, Jamie, she always has to come in here and just say little things like whatever. Like, okay, let's see. She says, thank you. This is the most replayed scenario. I don't believe he was given much of a choice on apologizing. Yeah, because why should he have to choose to apologize for telling a little boy to suck my tongue? Like, that's so funny. If he sticks out his tongue and says, look at my tongue's black, or look at your tongue's purple, because there was some llama back in the day, 100 years ago, who did that. And they would stick out their tongues to see what color their tongues were. But they weren't saying suck on it or kissing each other. They were not doing that. This is completely different. And they're trying to, see, these two people, Christina and Jamie, they are trying to say that it's okay for him to do that. It's their custom, to French kiss little boys. And I know both of these people do not, I don't know. They don't think it's okay for molestation to happen, but well, maybe it is. Maybe it is if it's okay in a country where they like to do it. And I explain up here. But anyways, if you can always pause and read. And here we're going to go to here, and you can pause it and read it if you want to. Okay, we're going to go down here. We'll start there. And you can pause it and read it, whatever. Okay, I'm going to go down here, and then here's the rest. Here's a little bit more at the end. So it's just, God's sheep here, him. And sometimes people got cotton in their ears because they're in the cotton field when they need to be in the wheat field, and they're all stuffed up each hole with the cotton, so they can't hear or see. They got it in their eyes. But if you go kind of ruffle their feathers, maybe they are one of God's sheep, because we were all sinners to begin with. We all came to God who are his sheep. So if any of these people are his sheep, then they will come. If not, then they won't. And I mean, sure, it breaks my heart. It does, but that is the way God works. And you cannot question his authority when he's there doing everything. We are just his creation. Okay, so I love everybody. Thank you for watching the video. Like and share and all that. I never say that, but you can if you want to. If you like the information, you think it's good enough to share with people. And that body, soul, spirit one, I think I'm going to redo that because I just go on and on about myself and how I was sick when I was coming up with that stuff. And I'll probably redo it because it needs to be better. If anybody wants to share it with people, then it will be better, more presentable for others to see, so they don't have to say, this is boring. Why am I hearing about somebody being sick? So, okay. Thank you. Love you, and bye-bye.